We've got, is it Richard?
Yeah.
How you doing, Richard?
Not too bad.
I'm told that you have proof of the existence of God.
I have incontrovertible proof of God.
Bring it on.
Sports.
What?
Sports. Every team that has ever won has thanked God for the win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had faith and God repaid it.
Holy crap. And clearly God likes them more than the other team that was praying for the win.
Well, obviously the losers had a player that had doubt.
Oh.
It was
Faith
their
of a
lack of
mustard
faith.
seed, God says, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can do anything.
Except for one thing, Lance Armstrong's an atheist and won the Tour de France 7 times.
And he lost a testicle, didn't he? Praise God. Well, y'all are...
You know how many testicles I'd give up to win the Tour de France 7 times and be as wealthy as he is?
Ooh. We do not need to go there.
Thanks. Thanks, Richard. That was a great call. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. God punished him by giving him, cancer all over his body. Oh, but he pulled through. Yeah. No, Lance, of course, lives in the area. I don't know him, never met him, don't have anything to do with him. But I do have a great appreciation for the fact that he is openly atheist, not rabid in your face atheist, and certainly not as mean as I am. But he's a testament to somebody who's had difficult circumstances, not only pulled through but excelled, and done so without platitudes and oh, thank God, Okay, great. It's kind of insulting in a way. One of the guys that I talked to down 6th Street this week, the guy who was once I get an explanation, there's no reason for me to look any further because God works as the explanation. And I was like, well, what is your evidence that has convinced you to believe in God's existence? And his, after getting through all the rigmarole of a building is designed because it has a designer, and we can see that by all that. It was, well, I've stopped rainstorms 3 times in a row.
Wow.
And
Can you do it a 4th?
And I was like, what? That your evidence of the existence of God is that 3 times you've gone out in the rain or out before the rain, when the weatherman has predicted rain, and prayed that God won't bring rain, and it didn't rain. How completely arrogant and stupid is that? There are people who are living in poverty, dying of hunger, dying of AIDS, cancer, and you think that you're so important that God's going to stop the rain for you 3 times? Well, how is what you did any different from the Native American who goes out and dances around and it starts raining and he says, okay, I did the dance and it rained, therefore my dance caused the rain. And next time we want it to rain, I'm going to go out and dance. But I got to make sure I get it just right. So subtly it develops into this really complicated rain dance, which is really doing nothing. You think what on earth was so important that God stopped the rain for you while people are dying, people are starving? What kind of colossal arrogance is that? I think it's the same arrogance that says, once I get the answer, God did it, I don't need to look any further. Wow. I think it's the same arrogance that says, well, God lets me do miracles, but I'm not going to do a miracle for you because you're not worthy, which is exactly what he told me. He's out there trying to save my soul, but my soul's not worthy of a miracle. His is. His is worthy of 3, but mine's not worthy of a miracle. I'm just a godless heathen. Why would God want to do a miracle to save my soul? I'm not important. Clearly, if I wanted the rain to stop, I guess I should have just prayed. It poured the other day. I wonder who was praying for it to rain. And I wonder who was praying for it to stop. Why is God like you better? This holier than thou crap is not only one of the things that actually irritates people, it's one of the reasons why I'm okay with scoffing and ridiculing. If you have a ridiculous idea, that by definition means it's deserving of ridicule. But if you're arrogant, God loves me and he let me do miracles. Screw you. I was a fundamentalist Christian for 25 some odd years. I was studying to be a minister. My only goal was to fulfill the obligation of 1 Peter 3:15 and be prepared at all times to provide an explanation for the faith that was within me, to lead other people to Christ. And what I found in the process of my investigation is that my former beliefs were unjustified, and so I changed my mind because I was willing to go where the evidence led and not lead the evidence where I wanted it to go. I did not just do this as an intellectual pursuit. I was a committed, sincere believer. I hit my knees and I prayed for guidance, and I studied. And I didn't just study the Bible, which might have let me still be a Christian. Yeah. I studied the arguments of people who were challenging the Bible, because the truth has nothing to fear from investigation. And when somebody says, this particular passage in the Bible is immoral, this particular passage contradicts science, this particular passage contradicts this particular passage. Oh, you can't even get the book straight. There's a reason why there's 4 Gospels and 3 of them are called synoptic. It's because this one's a little bit different, and it's different on statements of fact. And by the way, these 3 aren't that synoptic anyway. But that's the process that I went through. And you're saying, seriously, that I, as a sincere believer, desperately seeking for God to give me the explanations, give me the evidence, give me the method to lead more people to Christ, out of all sincerity, that wasn't worth a thing, but you wanted the rain to stop and God did it for you 3 times in a row? Phew! You're the man. You're the chosen one. I want the knife. You're so special. Anyway,